Okay, Assalamu alaikum. Whoever's with us nice and early. Lovely to see you. Alhamdulillah, we already have 4 people on, and it's not even 2 o'clock yet. Congratulations to you guys. Now, we're going to be starting exactly 2 o'clock on the dot, which is in 3 minutes. So if you're watching a recording, just go forward 3 minutes, inshallah. And in the meantime, I am going to catch up with Lucky. I'm going to catch up with, we have Suleiman and Sophia on as well. Fantastic. Who else do we have? Where's Samir? I'm going to catch up with you guys. How have you been? And how was the last session? All about passive income and business and self-employed. Did you guys manage to do your 4 quadrants with your own targets? Let me bring this a little forward. There we go. Fantastic. So yes, it was informative. We have Muhammad. Welcome, guys. Can you just remind me where are you watching from? I know some of you are in London. Lucky, where are you from? Ibzi Khan, can you let me know where you're watching from? Toxic Bomb. Oh wow, Birmingham. Excellent. You might want to revise that username, Toxic Bomb. I was just about to block you, you know. Harold Wood, fantastic. That's not far from me. We have some Muhammad Moore watching from York. Amazing. So do you remember actually the first session, which was about coronavirus, the one that I did 2 weeks ago? Can you guys tell me if you've been doing anything different since that session? Because we spoke about learning a new skill. We spoke about praying a little bit more. We spoke about reading a little bit more Quran and helping around the house. Can you just tell me what you've been up to since, and if there's been any change at all? Okay, Ibs is being very honest. He said no, not much really. Fantastic. So you might want to rewatch that session and then inshallah pick one action that you're gonna do and commit to, because oh wow, someone's saying that they had a big change. Alhamdulillah, so wonderful to hear that. Oh, fantastic. MashaAllah. Really glad to hear somebody saying that they had a big change. So it's 2 o'clock here in London. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen. Wassalatu wassalamu ala al-ashrafil anbiya'i wal mursaleen. Sayyidina nabiyyina wa qurrata a'yunina Muhammad wa ala alihi wa ashabihi ajma'in. Rabbi shrah li sadri wa yassir li amri wahlul 'uqdatam min lisani yafqahu qawli. Allahumma la ilma lana illa ma 'allamtana innaka antal alimul hakim. We begin as always with the name of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and we ask him to send his peace and blessings and salutations upon the beloved messenger and prophet Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wasallam. We ask him to give us the ability to benefit from this session, and we ask him for beneficial knowledge, inshallah. So I asked a question for those who were early regarding our first session that we did, coronavirus session. I asked whoever was live at the minute, has anything changed? Have you been doing anything differently since that session? Because we sort of found many ways of taking benefit. So I'm seeing people saying big change. I'm feeling more productive. I've started doing some tahajjud. That's amazing, mashallah. I've been doing adhan. I'm assuming that's Suleiman. Amazing. I cook burgers for the family and clean the house. Zakaria, you are a star. Abdul Muhayman is from London. Welcome, Abdul Muhayman. The technical issues have been fixed. Yes, so apologies. The Monday session, the internet was a little bit weak. So it was cutting out at times. So, and I don't know if you know, but that session was being broadcasted from Manchester. Ustad Usman, he lives in Manchester. I live in London. We are very close. We are business partners, and alhamdulillah, we're able to do things. He's from Manchester, I'm from London. So we are gonna, inshallah, sort his internet problem out. And inshallah, it should be smooth, just like this session is. Hopefully, you have a little better lighting as well. We've been taking on some feedback that the lighting could be improved, the internet can be improved. So we're trying our best, inshallah. Excellent. So Smile Valley, I've started praying more. That is amazing to hear. I'm so glad, mashallah. So glad. And again, you know, should I tell you what I've been doing? Me and my wife, we did a little bit of baking. That's something that we've never done before. So we made brownies. We made a carrot cake yesterday or the day before. So it's been really good to sort of learn a new skill, spend some quality time together, and have a really nice treats at the end of it. So I would definitely recommend it. It's something. Yeah, the brownies were amazing, inshallah. But they have so many unhealthy ingredients. It's got butter, it's got chocolate, it's got loads of sugar. It's you have to go easy. We made about a tray this big, and then we cut it up and gave some to my mom. And by the way, some of you guys know that my mom had coronavirus. I asked you guys to pray, and alhamdulillah, she's doing a lot better now. Okay, we are gonna get into it. So those of you who have actually joined us now, there's 20, mashallah, that's fantastic. And more people join as we go through. Zarina, welcome. Yes, they're all right to have in moderation. So I would basically only have 2 or 3 a day with a bit of vanilla ice cream, which was really nice. So how are you guys feeling now compared to 2 weeks ago before we started these sessions? Do you find a lot of people are saying that they find themselves to be more productive, they're praying more, they're doing more around the house? How is everyone on? So if you haven't shared your experience yet, please drop us a comment. I would love to know, have you managed to find something productive, and have you managed to find ways to, inshallah, feel less bored and feel less worried and feel more productive, inshallah? You know, are you doing more work around the house? Are you praying a little bit more? Are you reading? Are you learning a new skill? I'd love to hear. And then we are going to get started with a very interesting topic. Yeah, okay, it is much more fun. Fantastic. I was helping my dad to build a fence. Fantastic. Well, this is DIY. This is probably a good opportunity. In every house, there is something that needs fixing, and now is the best time. Everybody's home, and you know, if you've got the tools and you don't need to go to buy them, fantastic time to get stuck in and learn and do something practical. Abdul Muhammad says, feeling much more productive and feeling much more confident in terms of praying and doing more chores around the house. That is so amazing to hear, mashallah. Anisa Akhtar is saying, I be doing schoolwork. Okay, lucky, I've been doing homework. Fantastic. So some of you are being kept very busy from your schools, which is really good. But you probably still have a lot of free time. And I'm so glad to see so many of you, mashallah, taking a more productive approach to, you know, being at home for such a long time, inshallah. And we are unsure how long this will last. So it is very important that we make the most of this opportunity, inshallah. Remember, mindset is everything, and reaction, very important. Your reaction can turn a terrible situation into a really good situation, and likewise your reaction can turn a really good situation into a bad situation. Who remembers that? Put a number 1 into the comments, inshallah. Let me see who remembers this. It was a very important principle that we shared. This is 2 weeks ago now. Hopefully you made a note of it somewhere. I'm going to wait for your number 1s, inshallah, and then we're going to get cracking. Thank you, Zain. Thank you, Ibzi and Lucky and TSB. Excellent. Thank you, Mo. Thank you, Abdul Muhammad. Fantastic. Thank you, Small Valley. Nabs Abs, by the way, this is Suleiman and Sophia. good friends of mine, and they have been tuning in to every single session. So I'm really glad about that. And some of you have. So who actually has attended every single session? Give me a number 2 in the comment box. Anissa, welcome. If you've just joined, very, very welcome to you. Do watch the previous sessions. Some of you have only found out about this incredible program very recently. So if you have missed the previous sessions, definitely make some time today or tomorrow to catch up, inshallah. You will find it very, very beneficial, inshallah. Wow, a lot of you have been watching, have been regulars, mashallah. Excellent, excellent. Really glad. Okay, so today's topic, as you know, is how to become a millionaire. Now, my first question to you would be, what would you do with £1 million? And if you're watching this from somewhere else in the world, $1 million, million riyals, what would you do if I sent you £1 million right now in an envelope? Because some of you maybe don't have a bank account yet, but if I sent it to you, what would you do with it? Have a think first. Have a think, and let's say, and it's not a trick question. I'm just curious, because you know, if the money is yours, you can do as you please with it, right? So I have some ideas of what I would do with it. So inshallah, I want to share it with you once I've read through your responses. Samina, welcome from Dallas, and very, very well done for waking up early to be able to join us live. I am so impressed by that. It's 8 a.m. in Dallas, in the US, and you've joined us live. Massive, massive thumbs up to you, Samina. Okay, so Ibzi Khan is saying that he would help use it to help the poor, give some as sadaqah and share with my family, give a half to good causes, share. Zarina saying that she would share it. Fantastic. Make sure you remember about me. Share it with relatives. Get my mom better, then get a pet, then give the rest to charity. Okay, fantastic. Charity and invest. Rayan, interesting. You're the first person that's talking about investing. Excellent. Spend some, give some, invest some. Spend some, give some, invest some. I like that, TSB. Zain would just save it all up. Okay, interesting. Zain, what would you save it up for? What are you saving it for? What do you want to do with it? I would put aside for university education, Smile Valley. Very, very, very clever, inshallah, because it's very expensive university, and if you don't have the money for it, you have to take loans, and the loans have interest. So it's very important, if you're able to start saving up from now. Benefit other people and my family and myself. Wonderful, Muhammad. So you've got yourself, you've got your family, and you've got other people. That's amazing. That's very encompassing. And alhamdulillah, that's, you know, that is the Islamic way, which is, you know, you think about, you don't only think about yourself, but you should benefit yourself, then those who are closest to you, your family, and then the rest of the people around you, the society, the community, the ummah, humanity. Abdul Muhayman, I would give most of it to charity and share with my family and provide to my family. Amazing. Okay, Ridwan just joined us after doing Zohar. Welcome, welcome. Well done for praying. Welcome. Ridwan, I've just asked everyone what they would do with £1 million. Samina saying she would start a business. Very interesting. Do you have any idea for business? We're going to speak a little bit about that today, actually. Do you have any business ideas already? Anisa Akhtar, use the rest to be vet, inshallah. Okay. Oh, to become a vet. Oh, amazing, amazing, amazing. Excellent. So I am really impressed, because none of you are saying I would buy myself a nice car, I would get a massive house, I would buy myself a helicopter, I would go travel the world. You know, a lot of you are very, very giving. You're talking about sharing it, you're talking about giving it. And this is the point that I was hoping to reach, which is that this £1 million is nothing but to read this thing. It's just a resource. I mean, it's something that you use to achieve something else. Now, you could spend it all on yourself, get yourself a massive mansion, get yourself 5 cars, and buy yourself an island and a helicopter and loads of games and loads of clothes. But that doesn't really benefit you in the akhirah, does it? So the smart thing to do is to use it in ways which, yes, you enjoy a little bit now, but also it benefits you in the akhirah as well. And things like spending on your family is the best type of charity. Helping the poor is an amazing type of charity. And these are the things that really, really please Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And if He is pleased, then we are sorted. You know, this is the point. You know, our mission on this planet is to please Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Okay, so when you're given £1 million, this is an opportunity for you to reach the pleasure of Allah, do something that will please Him, or it's an opportunity for you to do something that will not please Him. So I'm amazed at all of the responses that you guys have given. I've got a few more. Okay, so Ridwan is saying he would give 25% to charity, 25% to hospitals, 25% to buy a house, and 25% to the family. I absolutely love that. That's amazing. So you are taking care of your family, you're investing in a house for your future, and then you're also giving a quarter of it to hospitals because, you know, they're really, really struggling right now all over the world, and you also give 25% to charity. That's phenomenal. So then, is it a good thing or a bad thing to be a millionaire? Is it a good thing or a bad thing to be rich and to be a millionaire? Based on what you guys are saying, you guys want to do good things with it. So let me know, good or bad. Should we want to become millionaires? Wow, I've got 3 different answers. One, someone, Ibs is saying both. Mythic Phantom is saying bad, and Lucky is saying it depends. Muhammad is saying 50-50. Okay, Ridwan is saying if it depends if you earn it the halal way. Very, very important point. Let's assume that you become a halal millionaire. Abdul Muhaymin, I would like to ask a question. If you could use money to plant trees or build masjids around the world, would it help us in the akhirah as people use the trees and use the masjids? Abdul Muhaymin, the answer is absolutely. Planting trees and building masjids is a special type of charity. This is called Sadaqah Jariyah, which means it's a charity that continues. Even if you die, people will still benefit from those trees. They might benefit from the fruits. The birds will benefit from being able to turn it into a home or get shade or rest. And the masjid, people will pray. Every single person that prays, every single person that benefits from the tree or from the masjid, you're gonna keep getting rewards. Even if you're dead, even if you're in your grave, you're gonna keep getting rewards. So that is the best type of charity, is Sadaqah Jariyah, means continuous charity is the best type of investment. Great question, Abdul Muhammad. Okay, I am seeing some really interesting answers. Money can corrupt people. Okay, good, because you can help more people. Samir is saying good thing because you could help out hospitals, the poor, and help society. Anissa saying it could make you think you are higher ranked than others and be arrogant. Then you would be bad. Very, very good point. So you are pretty much, all of you are right. And the answer is £1 million is a good thing if you do something good with it. But if you do something bad with it, and by bad, I'm not saying, go and do something haram with it, even if it's like you start spending it all for enjoyment. And because, you're going to be accountable. When Allah gives you something, this is it's a gift that Allah has given us. It's not easy to become a millionaire, and Allah has to give someone the ability and the tawfiq and the opportunity to become a millionaire. So if He gives it to you, you need to do something good with it. To thank Allah, is I thank you, Allah, for giving me this opportunity. Yes, I will use it to enjoy a little bit, but I will also do something good. Now, some of you said the money could make you greedy. Okay, very, very important. And these are some of the things I want to speak about today. Money can definitely make you greedy. Okay, but it's not always necessarily true. If I'm a very, very generous person, and I'm not a millionaire, if I'm a generous person that I like to give, if you give me £1 million, I'm gonna give. I'm gonna be even more generous. I'm gonna be able to give even more now. Some of you already said that if I give you £1 million, you would give to your family, you would give to charity, you would buy a house for your family, you would give it to the NHS and give it to hospitals. You guys are already generous. So if I know that if I gave you money, inshallah, this will not corrupt you. However, we have to be very, very conscious that when the money comes, we keep it in our hand and not let it get into the heart. Yeah, we don't want to love the money and really, really care about the money. We love and care about what we can do with the money, the goods that we can do with the money, the benefit that we can create with the money. If you have that mindset, then you will never become greedy. So that's the first thing, to make sure you're not greedy, is to keep the money in your hand and don't let it get to your heart. Number one. Number two is to remember that whatever money you receive, it's not yours. Allah is giving it to you to do something with it. It is not yours, it belongs to Allah. So you use it for whatever you need it for, and then inshallah use it to please Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Okay, now all of us have to think about our families, and Allah He says that the best type of charity is your family, looking after your family. There's so much reward in looking after your family. So let's do that, inshallah. And then if we have spare, then we're going to look after other people as well, inshallah. Let me quickly catch up on the comments. You guys are super engaged. I'm absolutely loving this, mashallah. So is it clear about the being greedy? This is something that some of us have in our mindset, that money is a bad thing. Money, rich people are greedy. Rich people may have done some bad things to get so much money. It's not true. Some, yes, maybe, but money is not. It has the power to corrupt you only if you let it. Let me give you the example of, let's say, Snapchat or Facebook. Or let's talk about a knife. A knife. You can use it for good things, like cutting bread, cutting chicken, cutting an apple, or you can use it for something bad, like threatening someone or actually hurting someone. So the choice is yours. Yeah, the knife, the money, the Facebook, the Snapchat, these are natural, neutral things. You can use it for good, or you can use it for bad. The choice is yours, and Allah is testing you to see which way do you go. Which way are you gonna go? Okay, so let me see. I would use it to stop the problem of homelessness. Safiya, that's really, really wonderful idea. There are a lot of people suffering from homelessness, and you know what's really sad is if you speak to them, they often are on the streets because through no fault of their own. Sometimes they were kicked out. Sometimes they had an argument with somebody, one of the family relatives. Sometimes they just had to leave because they were being abused at home. Or sometimes they have certain issues. I met once a gentleman who was on the streets. He used to be in the military, and while he was in military, he was in Iraq. And when he came back, he had something called post-traumatic stress disorder. So being in the war really affected his mental well-being. He wasn't well. He was really stressed, and he had a lot of issues. And he wasn't able to work. He wasn't able to hold any relationships. He wasn't able to sort of have a good relationship with his family. And basically, he had nothing left. He wasn't able to do anything. He wasn't able to work, earn any money. So he was on the streets. So inshallah, we need people. So as you can see, we need more millionaires. I pray that all of you, inshallah, become millionaires. Why? Because I can see from the comments that you want to do good things with it. So today we're going to go through actually how do you become a millionaire in the first place, okay? PTSD, post-traumatic stress disorder, PTSD. Yeah, I get it mixed up sometimes. PSTD, I say. So I said the full thing to make sure I get it right. So Suleiman is telling me something very important. He's saying he wants to solve world problems, and this is actually linked to this, because you can get the money and then solve the world problem. But actually, what I'm going to share with you today will show you how, if you solve the world problem, the money then also comes to you. So we're going to talk about that today, inshallah. What happens to the homeless because of coronavirus? What can you do? Alhamdulillah, I don't know if you've seen on the news that there are a lot of people who are trying to help them, trying to give them food, trying to give them shelter. But if we don't help them, no one else is. The government is not able to help them at the moment. So it's up to normal people like me and you to think about them and to do something to help them, even if it's something as simple as giving them some sanitizers, or giving them a mask, or giving them one meal a day or one meal a week, whatever it is, or buying them some food, some food that they can store and have slowly over the period of the days and weeks that they're on the streets. Fantastic. Right. Yes. Suleiman is saying charity never decreases wealth. This is another thing. This is, by the way, it's a secret of becoming wealthy, is to give lots of charity. It's a secret, inshallah. I'm going to share a video with you later, and we haven't released it yet on this. Hotels are now opening the rooms to homeless people, and hotels have been forced to close. Yes, Ryan, some hotels are actually trying to do something good and help. Fantastic. Okay, Safiya, sorry. Thank you for reminding us of a very important hadith, which is charity never decreases your wealth. So give. Don't worry about, is my money decreasing? Now, Ibrahim Khan, if you give money to someone, the money will return, but with more money. Subhanallah, we have recently recorded a video for YouTube where we talk about 10 different types of wealth. Yeah, money is one of them. There's another 9 types. Actually, there's more different types of wealth. So when you give to charity, Allah will give you something back. It may be more money, or it may be something even better, inshallah. I'm gonna, inshallah, keep an eye. All of you probably are subscribed to the YouTube channel, so you will get a notification when we release those videos, inshallah. Okay, Feroz is saying, Zakaria is saying, if you are grateful, Allah will increase us. Yes. La in shakartum la azidannakum. If you are grateful, Allah will give you more. And that again is the secret to becoming wealthy. Okay, you guys already know it, subhanAllah. You guys already know it. So I'm going to get into the how. We've established that yes, we want to be millionaires, inshallah. Why? Because we can do a lot of good with this money. We can help people. We can help our families, our communities. We can help the Muslims. We can help humanity. We can help animals. We can help the planet. Money is a resource, and we can do a lot of good things with it. So I wish for all of you, inshallah, to become millionaires. But not so that you can drive a nice car and go to expensive holidays and have a huge house. I mean, you can have that, inshallah, but my wish is for you to become millionaires so you can do something amazing with that money and change the world, help the world, solve problems, inshallah. So now the question is how. So I'm going to give you 5 ways of how you can get £1 million in your pocket, okay? So, and this is quite practical now. The first way is to get 1 million people to give you £1. If 1 million people gave you £1, you have £1 million. Okay? As simple as that. So imagine if you have a product, a service, or something that you're doing, and 1 million people buy it, and you make £1 profit, just £1. I know it's not, we're gonna go through the rest, yeah. I know that TSB is saying that's not very practical, because 1 million people is a lot of, it's a huge number. But I'm also gonna show you how actually that's not that, people are doing it. I'm gonna give you 4 examples of teen millionaires. Some of them are 14, some of them are 19, some of them are 15. They're millionaires and they've done something. Okay, how'd you do that? Okay, fantastic. You guys are laughing. The second way is to have 100,000 people give you how many pounds? 10 pounds. So if you have 100,000 customers and you make 10 pounds from each one of them, you're a millionaire. Another one. I'm 11, 12 in dismay, mashallah. Well done, Anisa. You're gonna be joined. You're not a teen yet, but you're thinking like one. That's amazing. Okay, so what's your real name, Anisa Akhtar? You're saying you're a boy. The third way is to get 10,000 people to give you how much? Let me know in the comments. If you're good at maths, you should be able to do this. Okay, Imad, fantastic. 10,000 people, how much do they need to give you for you to make $1 million? Maths question. Excellent, Ridwan. Excellent. You need 10,000 people to give you £100. So imagine if you're an artist or an athlete or a singer, you know, halal songs, and 10,000 people come to see you at an event, and they all pay £100, you're a millionaire. Okay. What's the fourth one? 1,000 people. How much do they have to pay? Fantastic, well done. Ridwan is smashing it. 1,000 people. So there are many businesses actually that have 1,000 customers, and then those customers are paying them £1,000. So imagine, let's say you build websites for people and you charge them £1,000. So you need 1,000 customers. So that is, I don't know, 500, about 40 clients a month. And in 2 years, you will have made £1 million. Okay. So this is getting more and more realistic now, right? And then the other one is only having 100 people who pay you £10,000 each. Now, what could you possibly be providing? So what's happening here is this way, the value is increasing. What the value that you're giving to people, I mean, people will not pay you £10 for a website. They will pay you good money, maybe £1,000. Imagine you're creating a unique tool or a unique vehicle. Yeah, imagine you're making, oh, here's a good, have you guys seen the electric scooters? The electric scooters, they're everywhere, right? So imagine if you sell them for £100 and 10,000 people buy them, you've made £1 million. But what would you need to do to charge someone £10,000? This has to be something very, very valuable. Yeah, very complex, very valuable. Okay, renting a house, that's very interesting. Actually, that's very, very true. And there are people, I know of people that make £1,000 per month, every month, for each property, and they have 30, 40, 50, 60, 70 properties. Yeah, so this person is actually at this level. Maybe he doesn't have 1,000. I know one business who had 3,000 properties, but I reckon these two are probably, this one is doable, £1,000, and this one is also doable. Okay, actually this is also quite doable, and you're probably thinking how. I'm going to give you some examples, inshallah. But as you can see, the value is going up and here the number of people is going up this way. So there's two key things that you have to understand, two key variables we call, okay? And the variables, I'm going to make a little bit of space here. You guys have got this. You can write this down, inshallah. The two key variables are these. The first variable, you need them together, okay? So the first variable is the number of people that you are benefiting. This is the important variable. And then the value. How much are you benefiting them? Are you benefiting them in sort of, is it worth £1? Is it worth £10? Is it worth £10,000? So these are the two things that you have to think about if you wanna hit that million, and even more, inshallah. Why not? Okay. Let me catch up on the messages real quick. So, like a property owner renting off rooms. Oh, Ridwan knows about that. I have a business, by the way, where yeah, we rent out rooms. We take big properties and we rent out the rooms. That's good. Ridwan just they get an average of £700. Okay. We have rented a house in London. Excellent. So Sophia and Suleiman, you're mentioning about the flats that you have, and that's a good way of earning passive income. Remember this from last session, passive income. That money, for you to earn it, you don't have to go to the flat, do you, Suleiman and Sophia? You don't go to the flat, you don't have to be there, you don't have to work there. Somebody lives there and they're paying you every single month. That's the type of income we all want. We don't have to work, the money comes, okay? Now, stock exchange, okay, fantastic. We have some interesting ideas here, but I want you to focus here. Number of people and the value that you give. So the key to making millions is actually to benefit millions. Okay, I want you guys to write this down. To make millions, you must benefit millions. That is how you do it. Now imagine, okay, somebody selling sweets, wants it to be London. Okay, Uber. What about Uber? What are you guys talking about in here? You're giving me ideas. Oh yeah, Uber is an example. Yes. Uber is an example. How many people use Uber? Maybe not every day, but regularly. Millions of people, not just in the UK, but in most developed countries, even in places like in East Asia. In Bangladesh, they have Uber. In Malaysia, they have Uber. In India, they have Uber. That Uber has been able to benefit millions and millions and millions of people, which is why they're worth billions. Their company is worth billions. I'm not sure exactly how much, but can you see the link? The more people you help or the more people you benefit, the more money you're able to make. Okay, Tesla is another example. Yeah, how many people are driving Tesla cars? It's a lot of them. And the thing with Tesla is that they helping a lot of people. Maybe it's not millions, but they have a lot of this. The value is incredible because there's nowhere else on the planet where you can buy such a beautiful, such a high performance electric car. Okay, so they have really, really smashed the value side of things. Okay, good examples here. Apple. How many people on the planet have an iPhone, have iTunes, have an iPad or a MacBook? I'm right now broadcasting from a MacBook Pro, okay? And I know so many people on the planet have these products. So Apple is creating products that millions and millions and millions of people love to use. Yeah, millions. Samsung is another example. So you are giving me a lot of use every day, go to school because my friend's dad is an Uber driver. Okay, fantastic. Microsoft is another example. Bill Gates was the world's richest and wealthiest person. How? He invented and not invented, but he introduced the computer. Can you imagine your life and the life today without computers? We wouldn't even be able to do this right now. You wouldn't be able to be typing anything. You wouldn't be able to see me. Yeah, computers, they're in schools, they're in offices, they're in hospitals. They're used for everything. They completely changed the way we live. And because so many people use computers and they add so much value, he was the world's wealthiest person for many, 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 many years. Recently, he's been overtaken by the owner of Amazon. And again, how many people use Amazon every day? I buy everything on Amazon. Everything. This board was bought on Amazon. These bookshelves bought on Amazon. These lights that I have here, it was bought on Amazon. I use it every day. And there's a lot of things that you don't even know that Amazon does. There's a lot of online services that they have. So these are all great examples of the more to make millions, you must benefit millions. Okay. Now, my glasses, no, they were not from Amazon. These were a gift from my wife. They're very, very expensive. And they're a little bit, because I think I sat on them by mistake, so they're gone a little bit sideways, so apologies for that. And I can't get them fixed because we're in isolation. Another problem I'm having is I can't get a haircut because we're in isolation, and it's getting really long at the back, and I just don't like it. So if you guys have any tips, should I cut it myself or should I just wait? What do you think? Okay, let me quickly catch up on the messages. Dell, who makes $1 million a day? Samsung wants to be a bin man. They're all. I would still think that numbers are. Jeff Bezos, yes. Go bold. Oh no. You guys are telling me to use scissors. Okay, I'm gonna try and use the scissors. Somewhere Ryan's telling me to go bold. Oh dear. Sophia and Suleiman telling me to wait. Okay, Bill Gates makes $1 million a day. Yeah, probably more. Okay, I am gonna bring this back. I just realized the time. We're at 43 minutes into our live session, and I wanted to go through some examples, and I wanted to get you guys thinking, what can I do to benefit millions? Are you someone who wants to be a writer? J.K. Rowling is a millionaire. A lot of authors are millionaires because their books are bought by millions and millions of people, and millions of people love to read their stuff. Do you want to, we're going to go through this inshallah based on what you feel like you want to do in the long run. What is your gift? What is your skill? And we can think about how can we use it to benefit millions. So I've recently had my hair cut by my mom. Okay, fantastic, Ibrahim. Did it come out all right? Because it has to be a good haircut, Rolex makes so much. Yes, they do. So Rolex is an example of, they don't make millions by benefiting loads and loads and loads of people, but their value is really high. I think the cheapest watch is like £10,000. So remember the table that we did? If 100 people bought 10 of their watches, if 1,000 people bought 10 of their watches, they've done it. So what they decided to do is create something so expensive and so premium, so prestigious that people want to buy it because it's expensive, because it shows that you're wealthy and you're able to afford it. So rich people often like to make these purchases to sort of show or treat themselves that, look, I've earned a lot of money this year and I want to treat myself with something expensive. Some people like that. It's up to them. Okay. So composers also make a lot of money because of copyright. Yes. So if you're composing something that millions and millions of people love, so composing, music artists, anything that a lot of people will enjoy, a lot of people will benefit from. Why do footballers get paid so much? Okay, let me ask you this question. Why do footballers get paid? So the highest paid footballer on the planet was Lionel Messi, and he makes about 120 to 150 million a year. Now, tell me why you think Messi and footballers in general get paid so much. Okay, so you're saying because they are entertainers? Good question. Because he is Messi? Good question. Because millions of people love them? Very, very true. And because millions of people love watching Messi, they come to the stadium, they pay tickets. People pay, Sky Sports to make sure that they can watch the matches. They will buy the shirts, the Messi shirts. They will companies will tell Messi, come and do an advert for our product, and we'll pay you £5 million, because if you take a photo with the product, we're gonna get loads of sales. So that's called advertising and sponsorship. By the way, guys, multivitamins, very, very important to keep your immune system strong, inshallah. Try to have lots of fruits and veg, and if your diet is not very heavy on fruits and veg, make sure that you take some daily multivitamins, inshallah, to keep your immune system strong and keep you safe against the current virus. So yes, so Messi makes so much money because millions of people love and enjoy watching him play from all over the world. Everyone knows him. You go to Africa, people know him. You go to India, people know him. You go to obviously South America, everyone knows him. You go to China, people know him. It literally comes down to, but he's not just how many people, but he gives them a lot of value. How many people in the world can do what Messi can do? No one. That's why he's Messi. So he is the only person on the planet that can do what he can do, which means it's also linked to a concept of supply and demand. And if supply of something is low, if there isn't a lot of it, the price goes up. If something is rare, the price is up. With gold, it's rare, so it's an expensive item. Sand, there's so much of it, nobody wants to pay for it, right? Oh, I'm getting a lot of engagement on the comments, mashallah. Every morning I have an orange and an apple, mashallah. Excellent, Samir. Keep that going, inshallah. People that put the words of the Quran onto pages and put on pages, footballers get paid so much because entertaining. Yes, it is entertaining at the end of the day. Absolutely, it is entertaining. And entertaining, not look right now, I'm entertaining I don't know, 30, 50, 60 people, 100 people may watch this, inshallah, today. That's only 100 people, right? But this morning, I was on a YouTube live with a fitness trainer, and he basically does exercises every morning, and people can join in and do it together. He had 1.7 million people watching. Can you imagine? From all over the world. And by the way, alhamdulillah, on these sessions, we have people watching from the Netherlands. Alhamdulillah, we have people watching from America. We have people watching from France. We have people watching from Spain. Obviously, the UK. We have people watching from the Middle East. I had a few sign-ups from Singapore, Kuala Lumpur. Alhamdulillah. So I'm going to ask you guys to do something. I'm going to ask you guys to actually help us out and share this link right now. Share this link. There should be a share icon somewhere in here, and send it to someone. So maybe hopefully they can also join us and benefit, inshallah. So in the last 10 minutes, I'm going to go through some examples, okay? I'm going to go through some examples of teen millionaires, and we're going to look at what they did and how they did it, okay? How many people they're touching and how much value are they bringing, and what did they actually do. And I picked 4 different examples, okay? So it's not a link, it's an icon. And you know the share icon under every video, you can like, subscribe, and you can also share. So I'm asking you guys to inshallah share it with someone. So hopefully more people can watch this. Oh, Nabs, and yes, it's Joe Wicks. I did the exercise with him this morning. You guys know about him already, right? Alhamdulillah. PE Joe, yeah, PE with Joe. Fantastic. You guys know about it. Are you guys doing it? The body coach. Are you guys doing it? Or should we include 5 minutes of exercise in these sessions as well? I would highly recommend that on YouTube, 9 a.m., 9 to 10 every morning, PE with Joe. His channel is called The Body Coach. Well done, Zakaria. Thanks for sharing that. And I actually did it this morning and I was out of breath. And that's why I am drinking, because I'm still thirsty from the workout. Because it's very important to keep active, keep your heart going. Because we're not walking anywhere, we're not doing any movement. Our body wants to move. And it's important to give it an opportunity to move, to get more oxygen in, to get the heart pumping, the blood pumping. Very, very important, inshallah. Okay. Yeah, PE with golden touch. Shall we do that? Inshallah. You guys can help me out with that. Okay, let's go to the examples, okay? The first example is he wasn't even a teen. He was 8 years old. I think he started when he was 6. But if you're hearing some crying, that's my baby. He will be stopping very soon, inshallah, just having his milk. He was 6 years old when he started. And then I think he became millionaire by the age of 8 or something. And this is the YouTuber, Evan Tube HD. Now, what does he do? Evan Tube HD, okay? It's kind of gone off a little bit. Now, how did he make millions? And he wasn't even a teenager. All he did on his channel, every week, him and his dad would basically take videos of him opening a new toy and giving a review of what the toy is like. Now, as they did more and more and more and more of this, yeah, review toys, you know about this, Arena, yeah? More and more people started watching. So before I go and buy a toy from my little cousin, I go and watch, is it a good toy? What is it like? Did he get a good review? So people are watching to the point where he has 6.5 million subscribers. So remember, to make millions, you have to benefit millions. So he had millions of people watching his video and they were actually benefiting. They get to see what it's like, what the toy, before they buy, they get to see what it's like. They get to see if it's any good. They get to see, does it work well together? What the proportions are? Is it something that I would buy for myself or buy as a gift? So people, millions of them are benefiting. So that's one example of how to make millions, you have to benefit millions. And the guy's not even a teenager. He was 8 years old or something. I think now he's a teenager. I think he's about 14 now. So they've been doing it for a long time, by the way, long time. And that's how they managed to get 100. What's happening here? Ibzi Khan, what's happening? Why so many dots? Okay, fantastic. So YouTube, and guess what? Doing that is fun. It's not work. It's so much fun doing that. But the key was that they were very consistent. His dad helped him, of course, and they were doing videos very regularly. So they sacrificed, were committed, they worked hard for years. And then they're at a situation now where they have 6.5 million subscribers. And I think the most viewed video that they have, it had 171 million views. Incredible. And it was about a giant gummy bear. So I thought that was a really cool way to become a millionaire, isn't it? So inshallah, that ticks the box. To make millions, benefit millions, right? Let's look at the next one. I've got 5 minutes, inshallah. Her name was Juliet Brindak, and she basically created some characters, and from these characters she created a series of books, and the series of books is called Miss O and Friends. Okay, now Sophia, you might be interested in this because she became millionaire from writing fictional books for young girls and young teenage girls as well. And not only did she create the characters and the books, but they also created an online community, a website, and that website gets 10 million views a month. Okay, so again, to make millions, benefit millions. Yeah, hundreds of thousands of people bought her books. Millions of people are going on the website. Do you guys know? This is a bit of an old series, but Miss O and Friends. And the girls in the chat, let me know if you've come across these books. Okay, so that's a good sort of example for those of you who are creative, who want to be creatives, who don't want to do anything, sort of who may have an interest in writing, in drawing, designing. If you're an inventor, we had somebody, I think, on the previous call who said that when they grow up they want to become an inventor. That's phenomenal, fantastic. That's another example. I speak about this quite often, and the guy's name is Fraser Doherty. He's from Scotland, and all he did, he used to, in the weekends, him and his grandma used to make jam, and they used to sell it to the neighbors, and then slowly they started selling to some local businesses, and then slowly a big supermarket took interest in this very special recipe jam. Okay, special recipe jam. And then Waitrose said, we want you to make this jam for us, for all of our stores. So you're looking at probably hundreds of thousands of jam pots. Okay, so he went from doing something with his grandma in his kitchen to slowly growing and selling on Waitrose. So he, again, to make millions, benefit millions. How many people shop at Waitrose? That's a huge number of people shopping at Waitrose, and he is just doing some. There was a special recipe, people liked it, and it sort of grow, and then eventually, I think a bigger company said, "We want to buy your company. It's doing so well. We want to buy you. We'll pay you £7 million." And he became millionaire. Subhanallah. So this is another different example. We have had a YouTuber, we've had an author, and now we have someone who basically created a product. Yeah, he created a product and then started selling it in big supermarkets. Because it was a good product, the supermarkets wanted to have it on the shelves. And then eventually another company wanted to buy him and gave him lots and lots of money. The last example I'm going to give you, we have only a few minutes left before I give you your assignment, inshallah, is someone called Reece Nelson. Who's a football fan? Who supports Arsenal here? Definitely not me. Any Arsenal fans in the house? So Reece Nelson was only 19 when he joined Arsenal. I think he came on a loan from another German team, and his salary is £120,000 a month. So that makes, I think, probably between 1.4 and 1.5 million a year. So he's a millionaire through playing football. And again, we already know, okay, we have a lot of Arsenal haters in this group. Okay, how about OG Ashley Cole? Yes, Ashley Cole, I remember him. He's the big, tall fella, isn't he? Man United. Okay, I've unleashed a lot of football competition in the comments. Good to see. All right, guys, I'm going to ask you to focus back in here. This teenager is 19, and all he does is play football, and he is making 1.4 to 1.4 million a year. Now, to make, how does this formula apply to make millions, benefit millions? If he's a good player, then, and he's playing for Arsenal, there are so many people around the globe, not just in the UK, that are supporters of Arsenal. They love everything about Arsenal. They buy the tickets, they buy the jerseys, they buy the sort of annual memberships, the subscription. So if he's a good player and he's going to help them do better, he is benefiting millions, maybe close to millions, but this formula still applies. So now, to wrap up this inshallah session on how to become millionaire, okay, the answer hopefully should be clear now, which is, to make millions, you need to benefit millions. So now my assignment for you is, how can you benefit or give value or help 1 million people? Okay, so for example, with the Golden Touch Academy project that we're doing, this is my goal. I want to help millions of people, young Muslims, to learn about money, to learn about investments, to learn about wealth, to learn about business, to learn about how all of these things fit in so nicely in our religion, in Islam, and how Islam can help you be a better professional, a better entrepreneur, a better investor, inshallah. So this is what I'm trying to do. So, because this is the sort of thing that I like, and the sort of thing that I believe, inshallah, I need to be doing. Now, my question to you is, how can you benefit 1 million people? Okay, think about what you're good at. Think about something, and you don't have to obviously do it right now. Maybe this is something that you plan to do with, with the rest of your life, or it could be something that you can start doing right now. And you got to think about, is what I've chosen something that can scale? Can I grow it to 1 million people? Can you grow a YouTube channel to millions of people? Yes. Can you grow making biryani boxes? Imagine you have this special recipe, a special biryani recipe. Can you sell it to millions of people? It'll be quite hard, because it's very labor intensive. To sell 1 million boxes of biryani, you probably need a team of like 100 people to help you. So that's going to be a little bit harder. So you got to think about, so can you sell 1 million copies of a book? Yes, you can, because you write it once, and then it's just a case of making sure that people buy it. Obviously, if it's good, people will buy it. So I want you guys to now think, okay, how to make millions, benefit millions. Okay, what can you do? Some of you mentioned that you're interested in teaching leadership or ethical leadership. I think Suleiman mentioned he wants to teach ethical leadership. Fantastic. So have a think about, how can you teach it to 1 million people, not 10, not 100. How can you teach it to millions of people? Some of you mentioned that you want to be doctors. I follow this doctor who has a podcast. So he is a doctor. He works in the hospital, but in the evenings and weekends, he does this podcast. So he interviews, and he sort of basically shares a lot of good information, and then millions of people watch that, and millions of people hear about it. People are sharing it. People are watching it, and he probably makes some good money from that. So I want you guys to really think, how can I benefit 1 million people? It could be anything. And what I would love you to do is to actually think about it. And I want you to email me and let me know your plans, inshallah. And I can then give you some guidance on maybe how to start, or maybe how to think about it slightly differently to make it easier for you. So I want you guys to, inshallah, when you're gonna get the email, and by the way, it's important for everybody to be registered, so then I have your email addresses. When I have your emails, inshallah, you're gonna get an email with the recording of this video and with your assignment. I want you guys to reply back with your answers and with your plans, inshallah. We're gonna finish it there, and the next session is gonna be day after tomorrow, inshallah, on Friday, 2 p.m. And it's gonna be a very, very interesting session, all about the secrets to a happy life. This is what everybody wants, is to feel happy and be happy. Now, this is something that nobody teaches us. How do you actually have a happy life? What does it mean to be happy? So this is something that I wish somebody taught me when I was in secondary school. And this is why we chosen it as a very important topic, and we're going to teach it next session, inshallah, on Friday. Thank you so much for all of your contribution. The session was incredibly interactive. You guys contributed. I have been absolutely impressed and blown away by your answers, by your thinking, by your maturity. Inshallah, may Allah bless you, and may He make all of us halal, generous, and non-greedy millionaires, inshallah. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.